How's it going? Good money, eh?
What? What money?
Oh, look, yeah, go and talk to Matthew first.
Well, all right.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Got it for you right here. Oh, Lord.
Here's your share.
My share of what? What the hell are you on about?
Well, that thing with Thomas, somehow his ring ended up with us.
Are you out of your tiny mind? If anyone finds out you robbed him, we'll all be fucked.
Take it easy. It wasn't theft exactly. We all know he stole that ring himself. So if it comes out, he'll be in the shit too. He'll keep his mouth shut.
Where'd you find someone willing to buy and not ask too many questions?
It wasn't easy, but then Fritz thought of Andrew.
Andrew?
The innkeeper here. They say all sorts of things about him.
And how did it go with him?
Well, first he didn't seem too keen. But when he saw the ring, he bought it off us. Actually, I'm not surprised. After all, we'll spend all the money on booze here anyway.
What now? What will you do next?
Now that you mention it,
Out with it then. What have you thought up now?
I can't help myself. It's force of habit. We tried to be good at Sassau.
So good that you punched a novice in the mouth.
Exactly. We broke our backs working in the mill.
While you eyed up the miller's daughter.
And they drove us out. The only worthwhile thing we did recently was give that wastrel a thrashing, take his ring, and sell it to Andrew.
I'm not sure I like where you're going with this.
And where's that? No one in the country gives a damn about the law. And if we knock some thief over the head in the woods, or ambush some wagon with supplies for Sigismund's soldiers, I won't lose any sleep over it.
It's still robbery?
Wake up, for Christ's sake! It's war! They skewered your parents, didn't they? They fucking burned down our fucking village, didn't they? Don't you give a damn about that?
You know I do.
And now, there's a herd of swine ransacking Skalitz. Those fuckers are trampling over the ashes of Jeremiah, and Desmond, and Siegfried, and Tristan.
It's not right.
I can't let it go, Hal. Even if I have to do it on my own, I'll put the fear of God into those bastards.
We'll strike fear into the fuckers.
I knew we could rely on you, Hal. I knew it.
So, what's the plan?
Well, I thought Andrew the innkeeper here could help us, but he's nervous. Best ask Fritz. He sorted out selling the ring, and he knows Andrew better.
All right, I'll do that.
God be with you.
I hear you've got a plan to fleece the local villains.
Be nice, wouldn't it? Otherwise we soon won't have a pot to piss in.
And the innkeeper here could lend a helping hand.
Exactly.
So what's the problem?
He reckons we're not up to it. You should try and talk him into it. You were always good at that. Oh, and tell him I sent you, so he doesn't send you packing.
Do you know how I might set about convincing Andrew?
Mention money.
That's all.
Aye. Often the innkeeper's as greedy as they come. Damn.
Got it for you right here.
My respects to you.
Here, enjoy it.
Would you have a job for me? Maybe you're in need of some supplies?
Yeah, give me a minute.
Fresh meat.
No problem. I can go to Ratai and buy some for you.
I could send a stable boy for that. I'm talking about game.
Game? But that's near impossible to buy. I'd have to hunt it myself. And that's against the law. Ah.
Of course, I'll pay you well for anything you bring me. Even more if it's something in particular I want. And if you help me out here and there, I'll teach you something useful in return.
That's an interesting proposition. Fritz sent me. I'd like to talk about...
One beer for me. Some wine from my cellar? I have it right here, in the back.
That's right. Show me the way.
So, Fritz sent you, did he?
Aye. This was his idea.
Look, lad, I'm fond of Fritz. I knew his old ma, but Matthew, he's insane. Robbing people.
Only those that deserve it.
And you think his lordship won't mind? Have you any idea the kind of shit you can get into? I don't believe you're up to it.
Why don't you believe us? There's plenty of coin in it, and almost no risk for you.
So, there'd be a share in it for me, eh?
A handsome one.
We'll see if you're up to it. You'll need a disguise.
What disguise?
Use your head. You can never be sure no one will see you.
Nah, that's true. We'll have to put on some other clothes, or...
Dress up as humans.
What?
It's obvious, isn't it? Everyone knows they're looting. If someone's robbed by humans, no one will investigate.
That's true. But I'll have to get some human clothes.
A captain's. And 3 sets of them.
What?
On account of the helmets. No one will recognize you with them on.
And where the hell am I supposed to get it?
There's gangs of humans around Skelets. I've got a good idea where to find them from. Passers-by.
I'm supposed to attack a human camp.
A minute ago, you were full of yourself. And now, all of a sudden, you've lost your nerve.
But the whole fucking camp.
Oh, scouts are deserters. Most likely the ones who are trying to skive off or take easy pickings. And even humans have to sleep.
Are you after some meat?
Certainly. I'm expecting a travelling merchant who loves venison from roe deer. I'll be mighty grateful if you brought me some fresh stuff.
How's trade? Any trouble around these parts?
Nothing we can't handle.
You waiting for someone?
Not anymore, young man. I was waiting for you. You look like a clever sort of fellow, and chivalrous too. You wouldn't leave a damsel in distress, would you?
Why? Do you know of one somewhere?
Now, handsome. Don't be mean. I've got a job to offer you. There's an old grandad sitting in the alehouse there. Yesterday he made use of my services, and he said he'd pay me in the morning. Only now he pretends he doesn't know me. I want you to take the groschen he owes me from his purse and bring them to me.
And what do I get out of it?
I'll give you half of what you get off him. It ain't a lot, but it's more than I've seen for quite a while.
I'm on it. I'll be back with the coin before you know it.
God bless.
I've got your coin for you. Though I have to say, robbing a wretch who doesn't look much better than you doesn't exactly fill me with pride.
Thank you 1,000 times. Keep half as a reward.
A tábori élet nem jelent. Bazd meg!
Vár egy nap, úgy levezetném valakinek ideget.
Égetni, rombolni, rabolni, lopni szajákat, baszni és jót hiázni. Égetni, rombolni, rabolni, lopni, bort bedelni és ezüstöt elásni. Égetni, rombolni, rabolni, lopni, de szép is harabiát tenni.
Rabálni, csinálni.
Nami! Baga! Shit!
Beszarás! És pont amikor kedvem lenne valakiből kiverni a lelket!
You die, brother! Getsy! Yeah!
Christ be praised.
I've got them. 3 full outfits.
What? Everything?
The whole bloody lot.
Well then, let's see how we look in it.
Oh. Is that it? It's a bit...
Ordinary?
Are you serious? I got it straight from the fucking humans.
Oh, it's not exactly, terrifying, is it?
It's about as frightening as my aunt's speckled hen.
They just don't look much like a cumin to me.
Have any of you actually seen a cumin?
What? Do you mean close up?
Don't be daft.
Miramir's described them many times.
Everyone knows cumins are monstrous. They're barbarians. Pagans.
Whereas you look like a little boy playing at soldiers.
And just who the hell is Miramir?
He's a regular in my tavern. He works as a caravan guard, and he knows what he's talking about. He's been eye to eye with a cumin, and he's lived to tell the tale. You can ask him yourself.
What do they know?
Oi, Henry. Take that ridiculous thing off before anyone sees you, eh?
My pleasure.
How are you, Henry?
Here, just as you ordered.
Greetings, good night. How may I serve you?
They tell me you've seen a lot of cumins. They say you'd recognise one even in the dark.
I certainly would. Buy me a drink and I'll tell you stories that will make your hair curl.
Here you go.
Thanks. What's your name anyway?
That's nothing to you.
Anyway,
Tankard of ale for me.
not long ago, I was escorting a goods caravan all the way from Vienna, when all of a sudden, a terrible storm came down. Hail, lightning, snow, the works.
Snow. In summer.
Don't interrupt. Where was
Ale,
I?
as usual.
Oh, that's right, the storm. We strayed off the path, couldn't see the ground beneath our feet. And all of a sudden, we heard singing. In the distance, we saw a fire in the clearing, with malevolent creatures ranged around it, singing demonic songs.
These malevolent creatures didn't mind the snow. Wouldn't they have preferred to sing somewhere warm?
Be quiet. Anyway, as if in a trance, we walked towards the fire. And at that moment, we saw them. Were those hideous creatures monsters or demons, you ask? No. They were humans. And a bunch of infants, crying and sniffling.
So, someone was feeling the cold. I'd have been shivering too. Snow doesn't do me any good, especially in summer.
And those devilish creatures were drinking the blood of babies and fornicating with she-devils. We stood there paralysed with fear until I, and I alone, managed to break out of the spell. I can tell you, I never ran so fast in my life. I was the only one to escape. Since that time, I've been able to do nothing but sit here. I can't work since that awful shock. I'm probably still under a spell.
Yeah, undoubtedly. Probably a spell of laziness. Listen, Milamir, what you just said is complete and utter bollocks from start to finish.
What the hell would you know about it, peasant?
I'm from fucking Skalitz. I watched those bastards butchering my kith and kin with my own eyes.
You might have said that before. I could have saved the yarn for someone who'd appreciate it.
Where did you hear this nonsense? Who's been spreading all these rumours about how frightening the cumins look?
Oh, the people from around these parts. Brand, the charcoal burner told me about them.
He lives in the woods near here. Then there's Olener, the wife of the Talmberg fisherman. And young Vashak, a stable boy at the stud farm in Ushitz. He saw them too.
Watch where you're going.
Over here, I'd like to order.